Good morning, Mom. This is the continuation of the case study 2 about differing accounts of the events of 1872. Actually, Miss Dayan Bokingkito should be discussed in this continuation of our topic, but she have another topic to discuss and she already sent a video. That's why I'm the one who will continue to our topic about the case study 2 about the what happened in the Cavite Mutiny. So there are two other primary accounts exist that seem to counter the accounts of Izquierdo and Montero. First, the account of Dr. Trinidad Hermenegildo Pardo de Tavera, a Filipino scholar and researcher, who wrote a Filipino version of the bloody incident in Cavite. So, the primary source ni Pardo de Tavera, account of the Cavite Mutiny, this is surprising among the soldiers in Cavite, was used as a powerful level by the Spanish resident and by the friars. The central government in Madrid had announced its intention to deprive the friars in these islands of powers and intervention in matters of civil government and of the direction and management of the university. It was due to these facts and promises that the Filipinos had great hopes of an improvement in the affairs of their country, while the friars or mga praile, on the other hand, is takot sila that their power in the colony would soon be complete, a thing of the past. So takot sila na baka yung power nila is sa past na lang. So ito po yung primary source ni excerpt from Pardo de Tavera's account of the Cavite Mutiny. So according to this account, the incident was merely a mutiny by Filipino soldiers and laborers of the Cavite arsenal to the dissatisfaction arising from the draconian policies of Izquierdo, such as the abolition of privileges and the prohibition of the founding of the School of Arts and Trades for Filipinos, which the generals saw as the smokescreen to creating a political club. Sa dissatisfaction, so sama ng loob nga pag-alay sa mga draconian. Draconian ay ito yung draconian or Draco. Sila yung unang naitala na mambabatas ng Athens sa sinaunang Greece. Ang mga Draco or Draconian, pinalitan niya ang umiiral na sistema na batas sa bibig at alitan ng dugo ng isang nakasulat na code na ipapatupad lamang ng isang korte ng batas. So ito yung policies nila sa abolition of privileges. Tavera is of the opinion that the Spanish friars and Izquierdo used the Cavite Mutiny as a way to address other issues by blowing out of proportion the isolated mutiny attempt. During this time, the central government in Madrid was planning to deprive the friars of all the powers of intervention in matters of civil government and direction and management of educational institutions. The friars needed something to justify their continuing dominance in the country, and the mutiny provided such opportunity. So, ang mga friars is mayroon silang dapat gawin para i-prove na to be right or reasonable nga i-continue nila yung dominance nila in the country, while the mutiny nag-provided na such opportunity. However, the central Spanish government introduced an educational degree, fusing sectarian schools run by the friars into a school called the Philippine Institute. The decree aimed to improve the standards of education in the Philippines by requiring teaching positions in these schools to be filled by competitive examinations and improvements welcomed by most Filipinos. So ito yung Central Spanish Government na nag-introduce yung Central Spanish Government ng educational decree sa school. So there another account, this time by French writer Edmond Plauchut, complemented Tavera's account and analyzed the motivation of the 1872. Actually, 1872 siya. 1872 yan. Wrong type. 1872 Cavite Mutiny. The primary source of Plauchut accounts of the Cavite Mutiny. So, si General Latorre, nag-create siya junta composed of high officials. Then those high officials, including some friars and 6 Spanish officials. At the same time, there was created by the government in Madrid a committee to investigate the same problems submitted to the Manila Committee. When the two finished work, it was found that they came to the same conclusion. And here is the summary of the reforms they considered necessary to introduce. First is the changes in tariff rates at customs and the methods of collection. Second, the removal of surcharges on foreign information. Surcharges is ito yung patong na singil. So, i-remove siya sa mga foreign information. Reduction of import fees. Reduction of export fees. Permission for foreigners to reside in the Philippines, buy real estate, enjoy freedom of worship, and operate commercial transport flying in the Spanish flag. So, yung binibigyan ng permission yung mga foreigners na pwedeng tumira, tawag ba nito? Pwedeng manirahan dito sa Pilipinas, reside. Pwedeng manirahan sa Pilipinas at pwedeng makabili ng real estate or mayroon silang freedom of worship and commercial transports, yung mga foreigners. Mayroon silang permission nga pwede silang manirahan sa Philippines. And fifth, establishment of an advisory council to inform the Minister of the Overseas Affairs in Madrid of the necessary reforms to be implemented. And the sixth, changes in primary and secondary education. Seventh, establishment of an institute of civil administration in the Philippines, rendering unnecessary the sending home of short-term civil official every time there is a change of ministry. 8 is study of direct tax system. Yes, yung mga tax dapat lang pag-studyhan. At 9, the abolition of tobacco monopoly. So, pagkatapos dito is the arrival in Manila of General Izquierdo put a sudden end to all dream of reforms. The prosecution instituted by the new governor. So, mayroon, pagkatapos ng na ito, sa mga summary, mayroong new governor. New Governor General were probably expected as a result for a better dispute between Filipino clerics and the friars. Ito yung Ito yung hindi pagkakaunawaan. Mapait na hindi pagkakaunawaan ng mga clerics. Yung clerics ay ito yung mga priest or mga religious leader. Ang friars ay mga prelates. Such as policy must really end in a strong desire on the part of the other repressed cruelly. Yung magiging malupit, para pigilin yung magiging malupit. Cruelly. Then the friars used the incident as a part of larger conspiracy to cement their dominance, which had started to show cracks because of the discontent of the Filipinos. They showcased the mutiny as part of the greater conspiracy in the Philippines by Filipinos to overthrow the Spanish government. Unintentionally and more so prophetically, the Cavite Mutiny in 1872 resulted in the martyrdom of Gomburza and paved the way to the revolution culminating in 1898. The main reason why Gomburza were executed on February 17, 1872 is due to the false accusation of treason and sedation. So, nandun yun sa first video ko na report sa February 17, 1872 kung bakit na-executed yung Gomburza, yung praised Gomburza, si Gomez, Borges, and si Zamora. Gomburza is the collective name of the three martyred priests Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, who were tagged as the masterminds of the Cavite Mutiny. They were prominent Filipino priests charged with treason and sedation. Sila yung mga bantog or sila yung famous na mga Filipino priests na charge ng pagtataksil at panunulso laban sa pamahalaan. Oh, diba? Gomburza were executed by garrote in public as Saint purportedly witnessed by Ayang Jose Rizal. Their martyrdom is widely accepted as the dawn of Philippines nationalism in the 19th century, with Rizal dedicating his second novel, El Filibusterismo, to their memory. The government, by enshrouding your trial in mystery and pardoning your co-accused, has suggested that some mistake was committed when your fate was decided, and the whole of the Philippines, in paying homage to your memory and calling you martyrs, and totally rejects your guilt. The church, by refusing to degrade you, has both endubbed the crime charge against you. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, ang pamahalaan daw ay sa pamamagitan ng pagbalot sa iyong paglilitis sa misteryo at pagpapatawad sa iyong kapwa-akusado ay nagmungkahi ng ilang pagkakamali ay nagawa na ng iyong kapalaran ay napagdesisyonan. At ang buong Pilipinas sa pagbibigay pugay sa inyong alaala at pagtawag sa inyo ng mga martir at lubos na tinatanggihan ng inyong pagkakasala. Ang simbahan sa pamamagitan ng pagtanggi na pababain ka ay naglalagay ng pagdududa sa krimen na kinasuhan laban sa iyo. And that's all. Thank you.